Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 9th Annual She Rocks Awards. And we are here with one of our recipients. It's Sharon Hennessey, who is the co-president of On Stage. Hi, Sharon.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You look gorgeous there, and you're nestled into the hearth of your gorgeous fireplace.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Are you comfortable at home?
One of the benefits of being in the music industry and owning your own business. So
it's amazing. I'm expecting I don't know, like a servant to come over. We'll cut that out.
I have a 17-year-old son, but
well, there you go.
we're
That's a good use for them.
We're coming live from Hartford, Connecticut, and this is an old historic home, 1929. So
wow,
it very much reminds me when I walk around of all of the things that happened in my career that made it possible.
So what's it now? What kind of upgrades did you have to do during all of this time? If you have a house that's been around that long, what kind of Wi-Fi upgrades and stuff did you have to really?
So this is so interesting that you say that because we're living in a Zoom world, and this week is actually our virtual NAMM trade show. So it Zooms back to back. And 1929 Venetian plaster. Built in the Depression, and we've had no Wi-Fi the last 2 weeks, but we had an aha moment yesterday, right before this interview, that my son hooked up 12 smoke detectors, Christmas lights outside, and everything is running off of wireless. So I've had no wireless because of, so we disconnected all the smoke detectors to have this interview.
And anyone that's saying that kids aren't learning anything at home are sadly mistaken.
So it's beautifully decorated outside, and it's amazing. Everything is running off of his phones. But I have a call out to, we're half of our business in the pro audio industry, so we're going to have some customers kind of troubleshoot maybe going wired in this home. But
wow. So anyone out there listening, she might need your help.
Thank you. Ethernet.
All right. So tell me why it's important to have awards ceremonies like the She Rocks Awards.
It's, I've been in the business 35 years, and early on, I remember myself navigating an industry with very few women. And today, I think She Rocks is entering their 9th year, so congratulations. And to have a platform for women and empower women to have diversity and inclusiveness in the music industry. There's so many different segments of the music industry, from live sound to pro audio to accessories. So there's so many different aspects, and I think it's a great platform to have us come together and network, share stories. And I think, you're Bonnie and Laura, you're seeing the shift. So it's very inspiring to see this.
How much of a boys club is it to break through in the technical world? I mean, has it always? I guess it's always been, but are you seeing more women that are,
So I'm fortunate early on. I grew up in the industry. It's a family business, and I grew up early on. And I think I've had fantastic mentors, but it's no doubt that I was early on a female that I didn't see many others. But I kept my head down, and I was fortunate to have mentors that really helped me guide the way. But I could see that in many other aspects of the industry, it would be challenging. And there's so much creativity and so much talent. And especially where the industry is going, I think it's a great opportunity for more women to come in, and to have a place where we can network together is definitely an opportunity.
For sure. Such a crazy year we've had. I'd like to ask you 2 questions regarding that. I'd like to ask number one, what your silver lining was in 2020?
So, my story is not unique. I think that we've all experienced pretty much everything: tragedies, triumphs, silver linings, and growth, development. And I was just recently speaking of this. March, I think 11th was a Friday, and we all just dove out of a helicopter and entered into a world that, I looked in my handbook, chapter 12, there was no chapter on how to navigate a pandemic. But the next morning, you figured it out. We've had a company that's been in business for 42 years. And, it really was slam on the brakes. It brought us together. It became really obvious that in my case, I'm responsible for 84 lives and their families. So, it was just a tremendous time, but we put our heads down and we kept going. We stayed inclusive together and trying to make sure everyone was safe. It was a different type of navigating a business, but it was interesting. My brother and I were never interested in selling the organization. We had been approached and they were to be on our doorsteps on March 11th to look at our company, and the visit was canceled. And we both talked to one another and said that we're going to go our separate ways, and let's see if we can make it through this situation. So the silver lining for me was, after navigating such an interesting time, an extraordinary time in our company, that company, Jam Industries, we've both been in business for 42 years. And we started talking again late summer, and it led us to an acquisition. So wow. Where I thought in March that the silver lining and the opportunity to really take the company to the next level, I thought it was gone, but we reunited and had to going through the pandemic and really realizing, the opportunity to grow our company for the next 40 years and to have to combine with another company and to can help take it to the next level. I really see an opportunity for our employees to grow within the organization. So although we had a very challenging year, and during the pandemic, my son's father passed away. So it was so many things that went on. And I think, John, like everyone else, we all, whether it was our personal life or our professional life, we were all affected. But I think, especially the music industry, music is that universal language that keeps us together. And so, I'm fortunate to be in an awesome industry.
Wow. I mean, it sounds like there were many highs and lows, but what did you learn about yourself through this?
So that opportunity, I think that, fear was there. It really stretched you to go the next step. You didn't have, like I said, you didn't know what we were doing or where we were going, but there was a certain comfort level in a way that we were all globally in the same place. And I had 42 years to really go with my gut instinct. So it was about, there was no report we could run or something to tell us to go in this direction. So it was the intuition that you always know you have, and those things that you decide that, this is where we need to go. And there was no time to analyze or run a report. It was make a decision now. So I think the combination of having long 40 years and maybe reflecting back on a situation that was the anomaly, it helped us guide us. But I'm very proud of our employees. We stuck together. We didn't have any layoffs or furloughs, and the company remained intact. And we really, we figured that if everyone could stay on and maybe work on a report or work on a project that resulted in value added down the road, that it made sense for the company to stick together. So the plan worked. And as I say, that we did such an amazing job as a corporation, and it's how proud is it to build something that someone else is interested in wanting. And so the silver lining for me was to join forces with Jam. It feels very much like home, and it's a dream come true.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm happy to hear it too, especially because of course there's everything has had its good and its bad, but it's nice that, this seems like a nice pinnacle moment for you to receive this award, because how do you feel about like how few awards there are out there? Do you think that what could other people do out there to support women in this business?
So it's interesting. The last couple of years, I was asked to mentor in my booth at the NAMM show. So to have someone else come in, maybe someone that's interested in entering the industry but doesn't know the product side, or so they shadowed some of my meetings, and I sat with our vendors. And so I thought that was a great opportunity for someone who maybe thinks there's so many different aspects of the music industry, but to be able to come in and sit and ask questions and observe a company like ourselves, I thought it was a great opportunity for someone to really get a feel of what it might be like on the product side.
Yeah, well, mentoring is always, gives back in so many ways.
It was a really enjoyable opportunity, and I encourage more of that. And I think in this whole experience we've gone through, there's just such a platform for the next level of creativity to emerge. And, to be able to, the sky's the limit. you can come on and create something. And I think the opportunities are fantastic for someone just looking to enter into the industry, and maybe network with a group of others that can, you know, come together and collaborate on a project, or, you know,
Sure.
anything is possible. I think we learned this year.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, as long as you're right, as long as you have the right attitude about it, I think it certainly is possible. Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. I'm excited, and as you said, it couldn't have come at a better time in my career. And to be honored for doing what you've always ever known and what you love is an amazing accomplishment. But also to be included in this group of amazing women is quite special to me, and perfect timing.
Absolutely. Now I got to ask you too, on the side, are you a fan of like anyone that's nominated to, or met them, or have any good stories to share?
In the group that are being honored?
Yeah, in the group and throughout She Rocks, you know, because I'm sure you've followed them.
I'm looking forward to, I have not met, obviously a huge fan of the Go-Go's and the others, and to be able to, the after party, I'm looking forward to collaborating and meeting and getting to know each other. So I have not.
Yeah, but that's going to be cool though.
It is. I'm looking forward. And that's, you know, we'll be together again. There will be more opportunities. So I think it will be even fantastic for us to have a follow-up party at NAMM 2022.
Sounds like a plan. We'll roll out the real red carpet then, but this was very nice.
I'm ready.